Welcome to Key2U with Shruthi Raghuprakash. Today I have a wonderful person with me, Monica McKinney, and she is not only a leader in the tech industry, but she's an entrepreneur, and she has a very, I would call this as exceptionally and incredibly, profoundly, whatever the word I want to use it, she's extremely good at charcuterie. If you don't know about it, check it out when I post that. You have to, and you must, because it's awesome. All right, with that, welcome, Monica.
Thank you, Shruthi.
and really nice to have you here. And I have these key questions that I prepared for us today. The one thing that always comes back to me is like, you and I were talking about ikigai. How did you even find that this is what you want to do?
So I think it kind of found me. And what I mean by that is I would make charcuterie or crudité or like veggie plates, things like that for friends when they would come over. And then it became, I had friends ask me to make it for when they had gatherings at their homes.
Yeah.
And it kind of snowballed into, okay, I'm doing this quite frequently. I should probably monetize it.
I agree.
To figure out some things.
Yeah.
And then I told you this, I had a conversation with a friend, one of my best friends, and we were talking about retirement. And I said, we've got to figure out a retirement plan because my numbers aren't adding up to retiring at 55. And she goes,
listen to this, guys.
and she said, I'm going to give it some thought. And a couple of days later, she called me back and she said, I figured it out. She said, we're going to go around the world.
Yeah.
We're going to eat cheese, look at wood, and drink wine. I'm like, that is the best retirement
Such a beautiful
plan.
vision. Tell me, I want to have a friend like that.
I said, that's the best retirement plan I've ever heard. She said, we're going to do it because you're going to sell these charcuterie boards. And that is like how it kind of snowballed.
Made it happen, right? And frankly, I did not know charcuterie, what it means. And for the audience, some people may not even know what that is. So do you want to just give a little bit of what charcuterie is, and then we'll dive into my other questions?
I'll talk about what it is, and I'll leave out the actual meaning of the word because it's kind of aggressive. Yeah. So historically, charcuterie has referred to what they called stuffed meats or sausages, salamis, things of that nature. And that probably came to fruition back in the 1800s, particularly in France when they needed to preserve the meats that they had for long periods of time.
Wow. Okay.
So since that time, it has evolved into, and then once America got hold of it, it just exploded. So it's evolved into what people refer to when they're talking about platters of cheese and meats and fruits and veggies and things of that nature, and nuts, olives. And so anytime you see a platter of those things, people now refer to that platter as a charcuterie plate or a charcuterie.
Okay, that was wonderful. And you have a best quality one. We had a delicious one, as you know. Everybody loved it. It is so fresh. It's so good. The cheese was awesome.
Thank you.
I've got only the good things to say about it. So, were there any moment that you knew, or you got into a situation where you had this prioritization? Oh, I need to have a work that I need to figure it out and get that complete. No, I also have a commitment that I need to complete this business event or commitment. And you have to take care of your family. Yeah. So how do you, what did you do?
So I've never believed that there's like a thing called work-life balance.
Yeah.
I kind of think it's a myth, but I strive for it nonetheless. And, what you described between family and home, my own business, and then the day job that I worked so many years to cultivate for myself. It's an everyday thing, and the balancing act is real. Like I do a lot of 3 in the morning, late at night type things, because as you know, we have very demanding day jobs.
Exactly.
And I waited very late in life to start a business.
Right. Do you feel that is something that you could have done sooner?
I believe I probably had the capability to do it sooner.
Yeah.
But what I was missing was, I don't know if you call it a spark or a catalyst, something that gave me the belief in myself.
Right.
To know that I possess the skills to forge ahead.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I told you the story.
You were.
Yeah, I was sitting in the lobby of a hotel, and I heard a lady on the phone. She was talking to someone about her business. Her English was very broken, but she literally was talking about launching this business. And she made me really think about, okay, if you can come to a country that you've never been in, right? Like, she clearly didn't grow up here,
right?
And immediately start a business, and I have no idea what her business was, right?
Yeah.
Like, she could have been a doctor or a lawyer or whatever,
right?
But immediately just start.
Right.
Then what's keeping me from just starting?
Right.
And that kind of was
a trigger point
to reinforce, like, the belief that I could just go and do it.
Yeah.
And then again, that same friend who said, this is our retirement plan, she said, she started asking me to do stuff for her company.
Yeah.
She runs a company in Maryland. She started asking me to do different things that were related to my day job. And I'm like, why are you asking me to do this? I've never done this. She said, you do this every day. Right. And so she was kind of the one that showed me that my skills were transferable.
Right.
So between those two things kind of converging at the same time, I was like, I can do this.
That was my next very question that you already answered. So what part of what you do in your day job will really be helpful in your business?
Yeah, so my day job is highly focused on quality. Right? Like, everything I do.
Oh, Monica is quality.
has to, have a standard.
Yeah.
And I pride myself on that.
Yeah.
I pride myself on understanding what it takes to achieve a higher standard. I like nice things. And when I go places and buy things, I want them to be top quality. Right? Especially if I'm going to spend money for it.
Exactly.
So that kind of is the foundation to why I do what I do the way I do it.
Wow.
My food selections, I learned that I have a very different palate.
Wow.
And I have what I would consider a gift that I didn't realize. And that I can taste the journey of the food.
Wow.
Right? Like, when they talk about notes, I can actually taste the notes.
Yes.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that, but that helps because I can do great pairings as you enjoy.
Yeah, we loved it.
Yeah.
And what makes it so unique is, like, you can shape the way you want, and it's an innovative, it's creative activity, right? Like, how you make that platter look beautiful and taste yum. Totally agree.
Yeah.
So do you have any daily routine that keeps you sane by having these multiple things that you have to be working through? I mean, what is that are there times where you say, oh, I'm done, I can't do this anymore, and then you have to pick yourself back up? No, I'm gonna go do this.
All the time. Absolutely. Like, if we're being totally honest, I am not a superwoman. I am not the one that's like, everything I do fits in a box and it's all regimented, right? Because I have a social life. I have a husband. I have all these things, kids.
Right.
But I think one of the things that I started doing very early on is I committed the time to my own business. Right. I said, no less than an hour a day.
Right.
I'm always gonna achieve forward motion.
Right.
And once I started doing that, I figured out, hey, maybe I can carve out 2 hours. or maybe I can carve out, additional time on a different day.
Yeah.
And I was able to start to balance it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I very recently, and I'll say probably in the past year, came to terms with the fact that I have to start my day job at like 6:30, 7 a.m. Like that's just a thing.
No.
But that frees me up on the other end to do the things I need to do to support my business.
So you're adjusting the schedule in your day to accommodate the routine that you want to build, and at the same time allow you to spend time for yourself and with family.
Absolutely.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I think we all need to do that. And I remember, Monica, like you and I were in a bar one day where we were I was talking about those same podcasts, and you were like, give 1 hour every day.
Yeah.
That was your mantra.
Yeah.
Like give at least 1 hour on your passion, because we always say that we don't have time, we're busy. And that was me too. I had to really, I'm not that busy. There's 1 hour I can pull it out.
We can figure
it out. And very well. I mean, like that, I'll always remember.
Yeah.
So, what's one mistake that you made early? Because the business is something very new to me, and people might be wanting to start something. They have some talent that they want to explore. What are the key things that they need to know early on so they can, prepare?
So I'm gonna just share a bit of advice that my sister's neighbor's daughter gave to me.
Yeah.
I went over her house, over her mother's house, with 2 charcuterie boards for them.
Yeah.
And she loved it.
Yeah.
She owns her own salons in California, like a chain of salons in California.
Yeah.
And her mother said, well, how much do I owe you? And I was like, oh, just, whatever. And then she stopped what she was doing. She came and put her hands on my shoulders.
Yes.
And she looked me in my face. I don't know this woman.
Yeah.
But she was right here, and she said, you need to figure out your prices.
Yeah.
And you need to stick to them.
I like it.
She said, the price is the price.
Yeah.
She said, what I'm looking at, I've not seen from anyone else.
Yeah.
She said, you need to establish the right price.
Yeah.
Do not lowball yourself.
Yeah.
And hold fast to your prices. So I offer that to anybody starting a business. The price is the price. Don't negotiate yourself away.
Especially when you're so quality oriented and when you want to be the best and you give the best, expect the best.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Exactly
I just love it. Oh, I mean, that's beautiful.
It was.
And it is, I'm learning, right? For me, it is helping me to know, how do I present myself, right? We always sell ourselves low because we have so much of we're just doing right now. We don't know. Let's figure it out on the way.
Yeah.
Very powerful advice, I would say.
It stuck with me.
And we will too. It's stuck with me now. So one other thing, what strategies do you use to manage, the orders that you get? Sometimes it's going to be really extensive, and sometimes it may be, some days it'll be lower, some days it'll be larger. So what are the key strategies that you use? Will it make you, how do I put this? I'm just trying to ask the question right. You're in a rhythm, you're moving along, you're getting orders, you're doing everything. Suddenly there's a gap of 1 week, and then there's moving again too much. Are there any strategies that one should use to keep it consistent, keep it
Yeah. So for the business that I'm in, it can be very seasonal. Holidays are high volume.
Right.
Then you get a break. Then and I say it that way to help people know that once you understand the seasonality, you can plan your life.
I agree.
Right, that to me, but you got to get a little time under your belt in order to do that. From an inventory standpoint, it becomes challenging because we're dealing with food.
Yes.
So I had to very quickly learn the storage techniques. I had to buy tools that support that.
Yeah.
Right? I have shrink wrap. I mean, not shrink wrapping, but vacuum sealing and all these things that help prolong the life of your food.
Oh, right.
The flash freezing, all the things.
Oh, wow.
Because you do, especially in the early years, I went through those peaks and lows.
Yes.
Now things are a little more consistent. Certainly we still see peaks around the holidays, but we know to anticipate them.
Yes.
There are different events around the city that happen that drive volume.
Yeah.
So recently there was the Les Dîners en Blanc, which I don't know if I'm saying that right for French people who speak French, but and that was a big driver, but this was the first time it was ever in Detroit.
Right.
So I anticipated it because it's that type of event, but I didn't realize that
you will be the one to vouch for that. Oh, best quality.
Yeah, so it was really nice to see those orders come in for that event.
As you're talking, I have a question. There's so many people who wants to start a business. The minute they know it's a seasonal, especially in Detroit, like an ice cream is one of the businesses. The minute they know it's a seasonal, they'll step back because it's not a steady thing. What would you advise for that?
I would say forge ahead no matter what, because what I found is that it's seasonal for me, but it's more related to holidays.
Yes.
And because of that cyclical nature, when there are lulls, it allows me to build administratively around the business. Right. It allows me to work on my marketing plans. It allows me to restructure my invoicing or do things that I normally wouldn't have time to do because we are doing production, so to speak.
So how long did it take for you to get stabilized in this business? Because as you start, you're not going to see progress as you start, right? I mean, it may take some time. I'm assuming. I don't know if that's the right one.
Yeah.
But people have to keep moving even though they don't see the progress yet.
Yeah. So I think a little differently about what's stable.
Oh, I love it.
Right?
Yeah.
When it comes to this business, you know, I just started.
Right.
So day one, there was everything to do.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we built and built and then built out our offerings and added all our side items and, you know, added wine and all these things. So I don't know that stable in business, in the type of business that I do, is ever really the goal.
Yeah.
It is how every day do we figure out how to level this thing up?
Yeah.
How every day do we plan to achieve the longer term vision?
Right.
What is the longer term vision?
Yes.
Did you write it down?
Yeah.
Do you know what it looks like?
Do you know what it is?
Do you know what it is? You know, and for us, it's been challenging because I have been very retail averse.
Right.
Meaning,
I
feel like if you open a retail shop, you're stuck. You are committed to the hours on the door.
Exactly.
Right?
I would agree.
So in my life, that scares me.
Yeah.
But they say if you're not scared, you're not growing. So I've forged ahead with the plan.
Okay, I like it.
You know, and we're starting to look at locations and things of that nature because honestly, in the grand scheme of things, outside of out-of-state shipping, retail is going to be
the bigger thing. I would so agree with you. There's so many good points that you brought up. In my last question, or like, you know, my main question in the end would be, what are the 3 things that any business people or any entrepreneur mindset that people have that they want to kickstart? What would the 3 things that you would say to them?
Oh boy. Just start.
Just start.
Just start.
That's the advice I got, and I did.
She did, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I think it's amazing. I can't even believe I'm sitting here.
I know, right?
Like that wasn't even a year ago.
Exactly. I envisioned this, Monica, and I'm so happy it's happening. So just start, guys.
Just start. Be mindful of your money. Figure out what the right cost structure is.
Yeah.
Especially in if you go into food, fluctuating industry, and over the past 3 years or 5 years that we've been in business, prices have increased exponentially.
I agree. I mean, it's inflation.
So know your cost.
Yeah.
So just start, know your cost, and commit your time, schedule it, commit to it, and hold tight to it. You will succeed. You can figure out your own timeline, but you will succeed if you go down that path. That's at least been my experience.
I love it. So I just want to repeat and summarize. I want to take that back for myself too. Just start, which I did. The second is watchful for your money. How are you going to strategize your money, and how are you, applying it in your business life? And the third is schedule, commit. And I'm going to say fourth one because it's Monica, quality.
Yes.
Be the best.
Never change.
Never compromise.
You can
your quality.
always improve, but never compromise on quality. If you can't find the grapes you want, keep looking.
I love it. Thank you so much for coming and having this discussion with us today. And I would love to have one more discussion with you. And that's another topic about leadership. So I'm going to have that with you. She's an amazing leader. So the next topic will be that. And with that, thank you, Monica.